Hi, my name is Angus Ho with Daddy Dad, a part of the Ash Management Group. I want to show how you can budget as a full-time engineer, make real estate investments, and live an exceptional family life as a dad. So come along with me in this journey of wealth. I've lived through my 20s and boy, did I learn a lot about life. Finances and love, all at the same time. In your 20s, it is the transition phase of adulting, and navigating it can be tough at times, like navigating through a maze. So today, I want to share some of those learnings so you can reach that dream house of yours even earlier. Travel the world twice as much than you normally would. Retire early and be financially independent twice as fast as you predicted. Accumulate wealth faster so that you can save faster and get to the house part of the Ash method sooner. So let's get started. The first mistake is to sell all your stocks during an economic downturn at a loss. My number one mistake that you should never make is to sell your stocks during an economic downturn at a loss. I did that during the oil crash, took a huge loss, and took me about 5 years to recoup my losses. It's not worth it. So if you're contemplating about whether or not to sell your stocks during this crash, don't sell it. If anything, what I would do is buy more. This rule only applies to companies that aren't about to go bankrupt, however. Seek financial advice from someone if you think the company is about to go bankrupt. The next mistake is to not get substantial student loan debt. So you get approved for student loans and they're willing to pay for your tuition, your food, lodging, and living expenses. Now you think with all that money you can splurge a little here and a little there. Just don't forget that you will have to pay it all back eventually. So don't waste that money on things you don't need. Maybe instead of buying all the time from the food court, you should cook. Stock up on canned foods, instant noodles, and frozen dinners. If you have to. Living on extreme budgets can be just as fun as living on a luxury budget when you're on student loans. The second thing is to get a summer job when you're out of school. A summer job not only helps you get more money to help you pay off that tuition, it helps you to learn to apply for jobs and being persistent. After getting the job, it will teach you hard work, responsibility, and many other things about real life. The next mistake is to spend money on dietary foods. What is going on with expensive dietary foods these days? It has to be gluten-free, animal cruelty-free, fair trade, organic, pesticide-free. I don't know about that anymore. I, for one, am not going to pay a premium on these things. Our bodies have survived all these things this far, and we will continue to. As long as the government says it's safe to do so, I would say it is safe to do so as well. Anything beyond the government saying so is advertising, and you just got suckered by the company that told you that these dietary foods is a better alternative. I would only trust the opinion of a doctor if the doctor tells you you need a specific diet. Like, look at these salads! $8.75 for a bowl of salad? That's ridiculous nowadays. Make it yourself. Freshy, chopped leaf, those places where you buy by the pound, not worth it. We have survived on burgers for decades. We will continue to survive on burgers for decades to come. The next mistake is to purchase expensive cars. One of the things I dislike about spending is on things like an expensive car. As soon as you drive it off the lot, the value of the car is half that amount. A depreciating asset like a car is worth almost nothing in 5 years. Look at Warren Buffett. He drives a 2014 Cadillac XTS, a car with a current retail value of $45,000. It was an upgrade from his previous car, a 2006 Cadillac DTS. Like the frugal always say, successful people come from people with successful habits. Other depreciating assets are things like computers, designer jewelry, and boats. Good habits help you reach places like where I am running a side business that manages over $3 million in assets, travel the world every year with my wife, and live in a 2,000 square feet home. Now, my net worth is $1 million. Well, actually, I'm 80% of the way there. Wait, do you hear that? I think it's the dislike trolls coming to get us. Help me fight them back by smashing that like button to fight those trolls off. Whew, thanks a lot. The next mistake is to rent or buy luxury apartments. Have you seen the average rent lately in some of the cities? Many young people nowadays are moving into the big, expensive cities. Like the movie Broken City on the train, Paul Andrews says, "Why is it that you don't own your own home in the city, yet every Bernie and Gordon who got off this train with an MBA and low to no scruples, they own one?" But what they don't realize is that they're trading their wealth for a lifestyle. The median asking price for a one-bedroom rental in San Francisco core is $3,600. In New York, it's $2,650, and in Los Angeles, it's $2,362. It's tough to get into any of these cities unless you're already a millionaire. Number 7 is paying for shipping costs and subscriptions. Now with e-commerce, shipping costs is almost a necessity. Absolutely not. Half the stuff you need to pay shipping costs on is probably stuff you don't need. Don't pay for that premium cost because you can most likely find it at a local store or somewhere else. Or someone else will have an alternative in that kind that doesn't charge shipping. The last mistake is not budgeting. Building a foundation is important. Not budgeting is a mistake that can be easily avoided by budgeting. It's very simple to budget. You can use websites like mint.com, everydollar.com. There are so many, even your bank is now offering budgeting programs. Start budgeting now so that you can accumulate wealth faster as part of the ASH method. Start now because the opportunity cost that is being lost will compound. If you don't, compound if you don't. I believe in it because I am an everyday dad who budgets every day and works hard as an engineer to stay out of debt. Then uses the ASH method to strategically invest in real estate and the stock market. I hope you enjoyed learning from my past mistakes. Share with me your past mistakes, and if any of these mistakes speak to you, join me at the Daddy Debt Facebook group to talk about your finance questions. Ask the YouTube community your questions by commenting below. If you like to hear more budgeting, engineering, or real estate tips, please leave a comment for what you want to hear, smash that like button, subscribe button, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I post new videos every week on Sundays. From the ASH Management Group, this is Daddy Debt, saving you money.